whatever, we have to have the love of this country at heart.
Make and deepen friendship with the fatherland.
Nigerian Armed Forces in general is for Nigerians. It is a sad development that we have to fight our own brothers. But by the grace of God, this rascality will soon come to an infinite.
Season of joy continues in Borno State. Plus, extra highlights on the new year before work begins on Tuesday. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on NTA Network News. I'm Cyril Stober. Just take out some time to wish you a prosperous 2017. President Muhammadu Buhari says the administration is working harder to retrieve monies, assets and other property illegally acquired by public officials at the expense of the government. He said this in a conversation with the editorial board of the Guards Brigade's Scorpion magazine, broadcast by the Nigerian Television Authority this Monday evening.
We are working out from institutions to bank accounts here, outside, and to assets. Houses cannot run away. Some of them have 6 houses in Abuja. Some have single house costing hundreds of millions. Some have properties outside and investment. We will get that. And we thank God. Some people are working hard. They have taken an initiative to improve the quality of the judiciary so that we can raise a good team and send these crooks to them with facts. With facts. And then when they prove that they are the one who stole that money, who abused trust, then it's up to the judiciary to use its judgment and sentence them accordingly.
And the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, has urged Nigerians to show undiluted patriotism to the nation above self-interest, insisting that absolute patriotism is the only way forward. He stated this while addressing the Police High Command and some Secretariat staff to review the past year and define what will be the shaping of the workings of the Nigeria Police in 2017. Bonaventure Wodo packaged the report.
IGP Ibrahim Idris challenged the Police High Command to take all Nigerians as brothers and true friends to drive effective policing in the country.
As leaders in any capacity, whether you're a religious leader, whether you're a government leader or whatever, we have to have the love of this country at heart. The good thing is that in the police, you take three oaths on commission. People should take leadership as a responsibility.
He appealed to the media for fairness in the reportage, debunking some reports that over 800 people lost their lives in Kafanchan.
If somebody can go on the air and say he saw 800 cops, because I was giving an example, I said even in Rwanda where you have genocide, I don't think anybody can go to that country. It's very sickening and depressing. But you have somebody who says religious leader, he did a press briefing. That's it's very important. People try to forget that this country belongs to all of us.
He said his leadership is committed to reward for excellence, enumerating that continued display of high professionalism will be required of the police in future elections after those in Edo, Ekiti and Rivers State.
And apart from Nigeria's current development plan, a deliberate synergy between all segments of the society is key in making Nigeria great again. Guests on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria who made this submission also believe youths must be given the opportunity to contribute in building the nation. Aisha Uba Ali reports.
The issues of justice and equity, fairness, the education system and consistency in values were among those cited as cardinal in the rebuilding process for Nigeria. The discussion, which centered on how Nigeria can be great, also drummed up the need for Nigeria to go back to the drawing board. This is to help harness neglected areas that were the mainstay of the economy.
Why are you not open to encourage people? I'm not saying when they bring it, take it, test it. If it works, you can develop. If Nigerian can produce the medicine for stroke, as the professor told me, do you know how much money we can make for medicine for stroke, which the white man does not have? Today, they don't have the meaning for stroke. But suppose you can prove that some people have the medicine for stroke. How will your economy be affected? Are you not developing?
And primary thing is that we have a generation of unemployed young people who don't believe in the future of their country because they don't have wealth, they don't have health, they don't have security. We need to first focus on providing that functional, wealthy country for them. If we don't do that and we keep focused on everything else, this will never change.
Do we apply justice in all we do? Now, do people get things by merit? Once people begin to feel that this country does not have equitable distribution of resources to everybody, they begin to hit back at the system.
Just before, when I was the Chief of Defense Staff of Nigeria, I was made to head a committee to revive defense cooperation industry in Kaduna. And the machines that were there were those that came around independence. We went out to those countries that manufactured these machines, and we found we couldn't get spare parts. We then sat as a committee and looked inward. And honestly, it opened my eyes that this country is talented with a lot of innovative and knowledgeable people.
Among other suggestions by the guest is the need to build strong institutions where professionalism counts. They agreed that greatness is a choice for any nation, including Nigeria, and can be actualized by common national goals achieved through committed action rather than rhetorics. In Abuja, Aisha Uba Ali, NTA News.
Now let's take you to Maiduguri, where officers and men of the Nigerian military have been commended for their efforts in the fight against terrorism in the northeast, which led to the recapturing of Sambisa forest from Boko Haram insurgents in Borno State. It came from the network of civil society organizations on a peace walk in Maiduguri. Naomi Aboku reports.
This is a special way of saying thank you to officers and men of 7th Division Nigerian Army who have gallantly fought and recaptured Sambisa from the Boko Haram insurgents. Led by Executive Secretary Ambassador Ahmed Shehu, the peace walk was basically to celebrate the Nigerian Army's victory in the fight against insurgency in the northeast, which led to the fall of Sambisa forest.
On good people of Borno State to support the army in the fight against insurgency.
The people of Borno, he said, will forever remain indebted to the Nigerian military, having won the war, noting that in the last 6 years, no fewer than 20,000 lives were lost and property worth $6 billion destroyed, as well as 2 million people displaced. An elder statesman, Dr. Bula Mamali Gubio, while handing the certificate of commendation from the network of civil society organizations to the Nigerian Army, said the people of Borno are mindful of the troops' sacrifice and commitment towards ending insurgency in the zone. Member representing MMC at the State House of Assembly and other stakeholders expressed happiness over the successes recorded by the Nigerian Army, particularly the present leadership of the military. Responding, Garrison Commander 7th Division of the Nigerian Army, Brigadier General Jibril Muhammad, thanked them, saying the gesture will propel the troops to do more in the fight against terrorism.
Nigerian Army or Nigerian Armed Forces in general is for Nigerians. It is a sad development that we have to fight our own borders. But by the grace of God, this rascality will soon come to an end finally, and it will never happen again.
A special Jumat prayer was held at the Central Mosque of Maiduguri, led by the Chief Imam of Borno, Zannalesu Ibrahim Ahmad, to thank the Almighty for the restoration of peace. It was equally a moment of celebration as the civil society organizations, together with church members, thanked the Almighty for the successes recorded by the gallant troops in the war against terrorism in the northeast. In Maiduguri, Naomi Aboku, NTA News.
Also from Borno, the state government says it is determined to reconstruct all destroyed communities by Boko Haram insurgents in the state. The Deputy Governor, Usman Mamman Durkwa, stated this while assessing the renovation and reconstruction of projects in the southern part of the state. Yagum Subukar completes the report.
The towns and villages visited by the Deputy Governor of Borno State to assess the progress of work on renovation and reconstruction of destroyed structures and buildings by the insurgents include Shafa and Azare in Hau, Burial and Jorogol in Bayo, and Burate in the local government areas of Borno State. Projects inspected are primary health care facilities, primary and secondary schools under reconstruction, and boreholes, among others. Deputy Governor Usman Mamandurkwa, who was accompanied on the assessment visit by other State Executive Council members, also distributed more building materials procured by Borno State government to victims of insurgency in destroyed communities yet to commence reconstruction. During the visit, the entourage called on emirs of Biu, Umar Mustafa Aliyu, and that of Shani, Muhammadu Nasir Melafia. In Maiduguri, Yagum Subukar, NTA News.
The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora, Abike Dabiri Arewa, has described the January 1st killing of a Nigerian in South Africa as worrying and condemnable. A statement by the media aide to the Senior Special Assistant, Abdurrahman Balogun, says the gruesome killing of Tochukwu Nnadi by police is unacceptable to the government and people of Nigeria. While reiterating President Buhari's call to Nigerians to avoid crimes like drug peddling, which attracts stiff penalties, Abike Dabiri Arewa, however, noted that the killing of Nnadi has brought to 20 the number of Nigerians killed in South Africa through extrajudicial means since 2016. She called on the South African government to ensure that justice prevails by carrying out investigations and bringing the culprits to book. As a follow-up to the decision of the federal government to temporarily shut down operations at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, for repairs on its runway and taxiways, the Minister of State for Aviation, Hadi Sirika, is to engage stakeholders in the industry on issues arising from the proposed closure on Thursday. In a statement, the ministry says the forum will enable the minister officially inform sector players of the decision and brief them on efforts being made to ensure that the use of Kaduna International Airport as an alternative during the 6-week closure of the Abuja airport is seamless and hitch-free. It emphasized that the forum is in line with government's belief in the people's opinions in formulating and executing policies, and that stakeholders who have been invited for the meeting would also be expected to make their operations during the period less problematic. The minister said government is aware of the high level of discomfort and inconvenience the proposed closure of the airport would cause air transport passengers, airline operators and other service providers, but explained that the decision was informed by safety and security concerns, saying that government would rather lose billions of dollars in revenue than risk lives. And you can watch this broadcast live online via the NTA mobile app, which you can download on your Android device at the Google Play Store or at the Apple Store if you use devices with iOS. And still to come, Christians and Muslims hold hands for the new year. The details when we return.
From what we have seen, we have the capacity which we can rapidly develop or feed ourselves. If we don't import rice, we stop importing corn and other grains, Nigeria will have plenty of money to invest into developing industries, especially manufacturing, textiles and so on, and develop iron and steel, and complement the infrastructure development. So really, the opportunities are virtually limitless, and we are very, very aware of this, and we are prepared to explore it to the fullest.
See, come this gizzard. Put the doctor liver. Yes, I go put Oga. This is so you have plenty. Why you shake now? What do they want? Cut them down. Make I put this one go. Your money is to pay for this one I don't pay already now. Yeah? See, if you pay yesterday, You know they pay today. Now free tomorrow now. Make I tell you, wallahi this one no be close to your support. Pretty tomorrow it never reach here. Wallahi you kwa. Somebody like you are go pay me my money now. Now lie they everywhere. What if? You are go pay me for my money. Wait. Like pay me my money now. Yeah, calm down. As you talk my meat, like tell me now who I go pay for this year? Who go pay for all this meat? You tell me my year.
Whatever airtime or data you use, in one day you can get double the amount back tomorrow to browse, text, and talk to all networks. Free. Dial *600# today.
The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data.
Hello? Welcome to the M6 Challenge. Using your new Gioni M6, carry out everything on that list. Starting now.
Congratulations, you have passed the test.
Gioni M6 with a 5,000 milliampere battery that lets you go on for 2 days on a single charge. Gioni M6, always in power.
Hello?
Hello, my boy.
Daddy, where are you?
I'm in London. Did you sleep well last night?
Yes, I went to bed on time. How did you get there?
I flew here on a really big aeroplane.
Oh, okay. Mom got me some new crayons.
Oh, someone is having plenty fun, though.
Yes, I drew a purple dragon today.
Okay.
And someone stepped on my toe while playing football.
Ouch. Did it hurt?
Yes, but I still scored 2 goals. I sent you a video.
That's my boy.
Are you bringing me a present?
Of course I am. So make sure you do your homework, huh?
Really?
Really.
Okay.
Okay, my boy. I'll be home tomorrow. Daddy loves you.
Love you too, Dad.
Sleep tight.
Bye, and don't forget my present.
Introducing MTN HelloWorld. Stay connected with simple and affordable roaming rates.
The Future Assured project and its components, Get Involved, initiated by the wife of the President, Her Excellency Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, is not relenting in championing the cause of Nigerian women and children. Its provision of free medical screening, educational support, and the fight against malnutrition, especially in the Northeast, has indeed informed international recognition, partnerships, and awards.
We are very grateful and appreciative for your wonderful gesture you have accorded to us.
With Future Assured, Nigerian women and children are assured of a bright future.
Future is assured when we join hands to promote the health of our women and children. Get involved.
Get involved and support the Future Assured initiative. Future Assured, promoting and protecting the lives of Nigerian women and children.
One opportunity leads to many. Dial *141# to get Jobberman, Airtel One Touch, and many more without data charges. Only on Airtel.
The climax of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration is here. Join President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the Minister of Defense, service chiefs, heads of paramilitary organizations, the diplomatic corps, and the Nigerian veterans as Nigeria appreciates the resilience of the armed forces, remembers the contributions of her veterans to internal and world security, as well as honor those who paid the supreme price to give us peace. Welcome to the National Cenotaph and Wreath-laying ceremony as Nigeria marks the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. The sacrifice of our serving heroes, living veterans, and those gone beyond, and the families they left behind cannot be forgotten. There will be free medical outreach on January 15th for both veterans and VIPs to check their health status in all 36 states of the Federation and the FCT. Venue, the Cenotaph, National Arcade, 3 Arms Zone, Abuja. Time, 8:30 a.m. Date 15 January 2017. Appreciating the resilience of the Nigerian Armed Forces. Don't miss it. Announcer, Brigadier General Rabe Abubakar for National Planning Committee.
Thanks for staying with us on the news. A video shared by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on his social media account showing some past leaders of Nigeria singing hymns for the deliverance of the country from its multiple challenges has been trending online. The video shows Professor Osinbajo and past leaders singing a popular church hymn, "O God, our help in ages past."
We pray to God to continue to grant us that peace and unity that this country dearly deserves.
God created Nigeria as we are, and God doesn't make a mistake. We should thank God for that.
We must continue to work hard to make sure that we achieve the desired results.
In spite of the mess we try to make of the country, He manages always to rescue us when we get to the edge of the precipice, and we thank Him for that.
I am grateful to the Almighty God for accepting and accommodating us despite the mess we've made of ourselves in the country.
We are grateful to the President and the Vice President for thinking it fit to call us together to join in this festival of today.
God has done us a great turn by providing everything that we need to live abundantly, to live prosperously.
In the meantime, religious leaders have bent in the plea for people to remain steadfast in prayers with expectations for better days in 2017. This was the message at various church services to mark the new year. Tessie Justin Bisong completes the report.
Basking in the euphoria of a new year with an atmosphere of praise, dance and thanksgiving in all the churches visited, one can only be convinced that 2017 will be better than the previous year. In a message centered on creation, Archbishop Leonard Kawas admonished Christians to be prayerful and law-abiding. Pastor Ikeda Okeke of the Father's Church stressed the need to uphold values that can project the country positively.
I call on every Nigerian to pray for the government and to pray for Nigeria, because when we pray, things change.
At other churches visited, prayers were offered for the nation with a message of love, peace and unity.
Because we are standing in the gap praying and trusting God, God no doubt will intervene supernaturally.
Wherever we find ourselves, we are representing Christ, and that is life.
Members of various congregations are optimistic that the year will unfold pleasant surprises.
Nigerians rise above the adversity. No adversity is bigger than you.
This is a process of speedy grace where God is going to shower in His blessing
uncountable to all that believed in him and hoped.
With prayers, hard work, positive mindset and patriotism, this year is sure to bloom. In Abuja, Tessie Justin Bisang, NTA News.
The New Year Day was quite unique on the plateau as a group of Muslims identified with their Christian counterparts to celebrate the church service. Let's go over to Kim Gwatz for the details.
This practical demonstration of peace was visible at the Assemblies of God Church, Mainland District, Jos, as a group of Muslims joined fellow Christians to usher in the new year. Leader of the delegation, Alhaji Nura Waziri, said the reason behind it all is to bring back the lost glory of Plateau State, the home of peace and tourism.
When some Christians came to visit him, about 35-40 of them, he hosted them in his mosque. He sheltered them in his mosque. And whenever they want to pray, he makes sure that they have everything to pray with in his mosque. So the relationship that we have is not the relationship that is starting today. It is a long-lasting relationship. And it will continue till the coming of Jesus Christ.
In Jos, we celebrate what is happening, to see that Christians and Muslims come together, and particularly be in the church to worship like this. There is nobody is afraid of Boko Haram, nobody is afraid of one thing or the other. So this is the pathway of bringing back the glory that we have lost.
The worship was climaxed by the presentation of the portrait of an angel of peace to the church by the visitors to their host. In Jos, Kim Gwatz, NTA News.
And Christians in Taraba State converged on various churches to mark the new year. Most of the sermons at the churches visited by Murtala Aminu Mutumbiu in Jalingo, the state capital, focused on the need for tolerance and peaceful coexistence among Nigerians.
This New Year celebration has coincided with the usual Sunday church services, and most churches in Jalingo, the Taraba state capital, held the two services simultaneously with special attention to New Year celebration. Reverend Father Henry Vakai of St. Augustine Catholic Church, Jalingo, drew the attention of Christians to the fact that if they closely review the year 2016, they will discover that God has done a lot of good things in their lives that call for heartfelt thanksgiving to God.
God has been gracious, God has been merciful and compassionate. He shows us so much love, and He has granted us the privilege and the opportunity to witness this year. It is indeed a big favor.
At First Baptist Church, Reverend Iro Aliuda Moses said fervent prayer is the major weapon against the current economic challenges confronting Nigeria and other nations. Songs of praises featured during the New Year Mass. In Jalingo, Murtala Amin Mutumbiu, NTA News.
The immediate past national president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Pastor Ayo Rishejafo, has urged Nigerians to use the New Year celebration to contribute towards national development. Pastor Rishejafo stated this while empowering 78 Nigerians under the aegis of Word of Life Bible Church Poverty Alleviation Program. Items won in the raffle draw include a Hyundai car, tricycles, sewing and grinding machines, as well as other equipment. Pastor Rishejafo says citizens have a big role to play in the quest for Nigeria to regain its economic fortunes.
The church actually has no choice but to always reach out to the poor, reach out to the underprivileged, the needy, those who are out there who need help. We must keep hope alive. Nigerians must never lose faith in God.
The church also celebrated the season with children. Gifts were presented to them.
Of them are here today, and the whole essence of it is to show them the love of Christ.
The beneficiaries expressed appreciation to the church for the gesture, promising to use the equipment judiciously. Since the federal government stopped sponsoring pilgrims to the Holy Land, the Nigerian Christian Pilgrims Commission has identified its sensitization drive to encourage self-corporate sponsorship. During the just concluded 2016 exercise, Makut Simon Macham caught up with a mother whose 7 children packaged a surprise gift for her to the Holy Land.
Mrs. Modupe Olajode, a caterer based in Ibadan, Oyo State, has been a widow for over 22 years. Her husband died and left her to fend for 7 children whom she has labored to train up to the university level. Ahead of her 60th birthday, her children decided to make one of her dreams come true by sponsoring her for the 2016 Christian pilgrimage to Israel.
I thank God. I give God the glory for giving me the opportunity to be in the Holy Land. It's a surprise something to me because my children just told me that they are going to surprise me on my sister's birthday. It's until when I got to the plane, the surprise is too much. I can't express it.
What has this visit meant?
What this visit means to me is that what I've read in the Bible, as if the truth, that what I'm reading in the Bible is true. I've seen the fact that everything is life. All what we have been reading in the Bible about Jesus, about the apostle, about all the prophets is real.
Her daughter Temutupe, who was assigned to accompany her for the pilgrimage, says for them as children and the grandchildren, this is one of the few things they can do to appreciate her.
When you're looking for mothers, my mom is a true mother. She's a mother who would do anything for her children. We slept on the streets, we slept in garages, we slept in our shops. She raised us amidst the sweet and the bitter part of life, and she gave us the true value of life. She made us value life so much.
This is one of the sponsorship initiatives the executive secretary of the commission, To Uja, says will be encouraged as the commission plans for better outing in the future.
We have drawn a 2-year program that includes specialized pilgrimages for specialized groups. We have a pilgrimage for women, a pilgrimage for youth, a pilgrimage for farmers, a pilgrimage for Christian and church leaders, a pilgrimage for traditional rulers, and also a pilgrimage for families, and that will be at Christmas.
I am Makut Simon Macham, NTA News.
In Abuja, Millennium Park witnessed a large turnout of fun seekers as the federal government declared Monday public holiday to mark New Year. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday reports.
From all areas of the Federal Capital Territory, holiday makers and fun seekers converged on the park to relax and catch some fun with various groups forming clusters.
Irrespective of what is happening, we just have to make ourselves happy. So we thank God because we are alive today to see the new year. And that's the most important thing.
Some of the fun seekers attributed the large turnout to the level of peace the nation is enjoying, unlike what it used to be, and their resilience not to succumb to the power of economic recession.
We are Nigerians, we are tough people, so we can actually go through tough times. And 2017, Nigeria should expect a greater Nigerians, a greater unity, a greater peace.
I also know that there is security in this place. Like in the time past, you cannot come around this place because of the activities of this insurgent we had there.
All the stress in the country, everybody still come together to enjoy themselves. We thank God for 2016 and we hope for an amazing 2017.
The children also used the opportunity to bond with one another. This family came from different locations to celebrate together.
Once in a while, you just have to put things behind you and be happy. You know, that's what we are doing.
And they said, Adebola, Brookslyn Sunday, NTA News.
And now to Lagos for developments there in the new year. Abdullahi will take us through. Abdullahi, I saw you last in 2016. Happy New Year. Oh dear, it would seem that Abdullah has lost his voice on this Monday, but a team of engineers are working on that, and we should fix that glitch in just a moment. Moving on with the news, experts say government should focus more on the economy to see it recover in 2017. The details of this and more with Leah Katumba Batundi.
Hello and welcome to Business News at 9. The federal government has been urged to adopt a more pragmatic and proactive step in bringing Nigeria out of recession as Nigerians continue to help set agenda for the economy in 2017. Experts who spoke to NTA Business News in Abuja say Nigeria is a robust economy but needs a well-defined structure to fully harness its enormous resources, including the human resources, and achieving these requires strong political will.
Today, the Boko Haram issue has reduced, so it is time now to face the economy. Exchange rate must be streamlined. That's very, very important. If we're serious to address the issues of the country.
He also urged the militants to see themselves as Nigerians and follow peace with government in ensuring that efforts at repositioning the nation's economy is not being jeopardized. Now, in the second quarter of 2016, the total number of new employment recorded in the economy was 155,444. This was a 95.6% increase when compared with the preceding quarter and a 10% increase when compared to the second quarter of 2015. This is contained in the latest data released by the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS. In the third quarter of 2016, the total number of jobs generated rose to 187,226, with the Nigerian labor force population rising by a 5-year average of over 2.6 million annually. NBS states that the economy needs to generate the same level of jobs annually just to hold the unemployment rate at the current level of 13.9%. Between Q1 to Q3 2016, 3.7 million people have entered the labor force, with net jobs of 422,135 created within that period, giving a shortfall of 3.2 million for Q1 to Q3 2016. Now that's business news for this hour. Thank you for watching. The bulletin will continue shortly.
Thank you, Leah. And I guess we've fixed that glitch with our Lagos Network Center. So we'll be going back to Abdullahi, and hopefully this time around we'll hear him loud and clear. Abdullahi, we really want to hear what you've got to tell us about what's happening in Lagos. Happy New Year, by the way.
Same to you, Cyril, and thanks for joining us in Lagos. Lagos residents took time out to enjoy the holiday with family and friends at recreational centers. Abola Ogbara reports that though the turnout of people at the centers was low, security agents were seen maintaining peace and order.
A visit to some recreation centers shows that Lagosians seize the opportunity of the holiday to have fun with their loved ones.
To bring them into the host community and integrate them back into the community and play with other children, etc. We also give them recreational support like you see here today.
Some complained about the low turnout, but insist they have to make the best out of it and make it a memorable one.
It's a season for celebration. It's not ended yet, so whether work is resuming tomorrow or not, I believe that for the rest of this week, people should still be celebrating.
I didn't have much time for my family because of my work, but the day I have my little leave, I need to take them out so that they can have a little fun, just to make my family happy. That was why I'm here. And also, if the work is starting tomorrow, then when I get home, I will try as much as possible to prepare for the day's work.
Some business owners also lament the low patronage.
People don't have the money now. When you have money, you go out, you'll be happy.
The amount I see this year is not the particular amount I see last year.
It was indeed an unusual and fun-filled time out for family and friends as normal business activities resumes tomorrow. In Lagos, Abolore Obara, NTA News.
In spite of the federal government's declaration of January 2nd, 2017 as a public holiday, some Nigerians observe this day working to make life meaningful for others. They are known as essential service workers. Musa Toliet has details.
They are found at strategic parts of the Lagos metropolis carrying out their legitimate responsibilities. These essential service workers cut across various professions, including emergency management, security, traffic and road safety agencies, as well as environmental sanitation management and broadcast media.
We work in synergy, in cooperation with all other security agencies, not in competition, to make sure that we have a wonderful period to celebrate, to make sure that crime and criminality is reduced to the barest minimum.
I've seen people travel for the Christmas and the New Year, but we also need to receive them back. We also need to make sure that the routes are safe for them to come back in line with the promise we made to Lagosians and Nigerians at large, that we will rather sleep on the road rather than any motorist getting stuck on any of the highways.
Some are placed on red alert should there be emergencies such as building collapse, traffic road crashes, and fire incidents. NTA News captured these Lagos State Fire Service officials rushing out of their office after receiving an alert of a fire incident somewhere in the metropolis. In Lagos, Musa Tolian, NTA News.
And away from activities marking the new year now, Nigerian youths have been advised to embrace information technology in the areas of self-development, job creation and skills acquisition instead of looking for white-collar jobs that are not readily available. The advice was given at a forum in Lagos. Ken Egbeluge was there.
Speakers at the forum agreed that youth constitute a critical factor of social demographic structure. They provide a formidable platform to reinvent the desirable future. Therefore, they must be proactive and think critically in order to provide solutions to numerous challenges in the society. One way for the youth to develop themselves and contribute to national development, speakers suggested, is to seek information.
Be an answer to somebody's problem. Make sure you have the reason for somebody to smile. Make sure that you represent yourself. Because success without successor is a total failure.
It is also a means whereby our youth, which in Nigeria represent about 70%, are engaged constructively from school. They teach them different vocational skills so that when they leave school, they become better students.
Information is the key. And I discovered that most youths are not self-independent. They want to copy what their friends are doing. So in this area, most of them missed it.
The youth were also challenged to show more commitment to community development in line with best global practice. The forum was organized by the Youth Federation for World Peace in Lagos. Ken Igbeluge, NTA News.
We will now pause for some messages. NTA Network News returns shortly. Don't go away.
You know, from day one, Glow makes life easier. They brought us per second billing, unbelievable data packages, and even an optic fiber cable to make sure we optimize. There are two things in our lives we depend on: the communication and information, voice and data. Whether you sell, buy, learn, teach, serve, or lead, it really comes down to those two things: voice or data. Today's world is all about you. You want what you want, how you want it, and Glow delivers. That's why Glow is introducing Flexi, the freedom to use voice and data the way you like on every recharge. No plan, no hassle, easy.
Now on every recharge, Glow Flexi gives you the freedom to use voice and data as you like. Another first from Glow. No bundles, no data plans, no hassles.
The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data. This must be one of Mother Nature's greatest gifts. But there's something else it gives us. When we see such beauty, we want to share it with those we love. That's what LG wants you to see. Just what we see now, through our technology. LG OLED TV. Nigerians. Suicide bombers are not spirits. They are not ghosts. They are human beings like you and me. They live amongst us. They are your neighbors. They are your friends today, but terrorists tomorrow. So you must know your neighbor now. Security begins with you and me. Know your neighbor. Be vigilant. Be security conscious. Report suspicious persons, objects, and movements to the police and other security agencies. The security of our nation is a duty for you and me.
If you see something, say something. Nigeria unite against terrorism. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Hello? Welcome to the M6 Challenge. Using your new Xiaomi M6, carry out everything on that list. Starting now. Get to the door. Congratulations, you have passed the test. Xiaomi M6 for a 5,000 milliamp battery that lets you go on for 2 days on a single charge. Xiaomi M6, always in power.
And we're back in Abuja with the rest of the news. Senate President Abubakar Bukola Saraki has launched a contest to promote Made in Nigeria products. The contest, which will run for the first 3 months, is aimed at showcasing the process and raw materials used in producing such locally made goods. According to a statement signed by the Special Assistant to New Media to the Senate President, Bankole Omishori, the contest will identify the goods and products that could be matched with investors and relevant government agencies. The statement indicates such agencies or investors would drive the products to the extent that they compete favorably with similar products being imported. We now go over to Sokoto, where we hear about the religions talking about prayer and unity. Zainab is sitting in tonight. Hello, Zainab.
Hello, Cyril, and welcome. Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal has urged Nigerians to live peacefully with one another, as encouraged by both Islam and Christianity. He was speaking while receiving on courtesy visit the executive members of Christian Association of Nigeria, Sokoto State Chapter, at the Government House in Sokoto. Muhammad Nasir Hazmo.
Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal said Nigeria is blessed with both human and natural resources, hence the need for continued peaceful coexistence among Nigerians to enjoy the natural gifts. He explained that Nigerians need to learn from the lessons of love and affection as taught by the two major religions, Islam and Christianity. He called on the Christian associations of Nigeria to use the festive season to preach the importance of peaceful coexistence. Reverend Father Captain Stephen Okapo, who spoke on behalf of the camp chairman in Sokoto State, said they were at the government house for courtesy visit in complement of the season. He appreciated the love being shown to them by the people of Sokoto, who are majorly Muslims. He pledged the continued support of Christians in the state to his administration at all times. In Sokoto, Muhammad Nasir, NTA News.
Sultan Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III has called on Nigerian leaders to work for the unity of Nigeria at all times. Sheikh Muhammad Detti reports that the Sultan made the call while receiving Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, who paid him a visit at his palace. The report.
Governor Wike, who was accompanied by Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, said Nigeria will continue to remain one indivisible entity and urged those agitating for the division of the country to desist. Rivers, he says, is the only state not engaged in pipeline vandalism in the whole of Niger Delta region, saying his people can never think of seeing Nigeria divided, but instead vowed to protect national assets. While praying for the prosperous 2017, Governor Wike thanked the Sultan for bringing Nigerians together despite diversities. He also debunked the rumor that he is the governor of only PDP supporters, but rather for all the people of Rivers State and Nigeria.
I want to sincerely thank you for what you are doing for this country, bringing peace, bringing people together, to all of us to know that
Sultan Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III called for cordial relationship and peaceful coexistence among Nigerians to guarantee national development. The Sultan challenged leaders to be more committed at making Nigeria a great nation, irrespective of religious and socio-cultural background.
I believe such gatherings, such meetings of like minds coming to extend love to one another is very important, and it should be popularized all over. It should be given a wider publication or circulation for people to know there are so many excellent good things that bind us together.
In Sokoto, Shu Muhammad Detti, NTA News.
And that's it from here. It's back to you, Cyril. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Zainab. Happy New Year to you too. We'll take another break for more messages.
2017 New Year message. Something in stock for Nigerians. What are they? The trust of NTA Tuesday Live discussion this week. Tuesday Live, forging ahead, interactive, informative and engaging. Don't be told. Join us.
The production, distribution and sale of counterfeit and fake drugs is a corrupt practice and a crime against humanity. This has informed several measures and strategies to combat fake drugs, including introduction of anti-counterfeiting cutting-edge technologies to detect fake drugs on the spot. These technologies are being deployed to all the states across the Federation, as well as the internally displaced people's camps. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, and his team are committed to this fight.
The federal government of Nigeria, in line with its anti-corruption agenda and posture, will fight a total war against fake drugs and other unwholesome regulated products in order to ensure that Nigerians remain healthy and well.
Lend your support and join NAFDAC to rid the country of fake drugs and unwholesome regulated products. NAFDAC, safeguarding the health of the nation.
It's that time of the year when we appreciate all those that meant so much to us. Our sponsors, our clients, government at all levels, corporate bodies, advertisers, religious bodies, civil society groups, political parties, business, and above all, you, our esteemed viewer. Together, we made 2016 great. Together, we shall make 2017 even greater. That's why we say thank you. Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year.
And now let's update you with more news, and this from around the world. The Gambia's Teranga FM radio station shut down, and ISIS claims responsibility for nightclub attack in Turkey. Gabriel Odu is on Global Tidbits.
The head of the Gambia's press union says intelligence agents ordered the closure of the FM radio station without reasons, but reports say it is perceived to be critical of the continuous stay in power of President Yahya Jammeh. In Cologne, Germany, police say they were right to question hundreds of men of North African origin on New Year's Eve, insisting that it was not racial profiling. The police said about 650 North African men were acting aggressively. And in Baghdad, at least 35 people have been killed in the Iraqi capital in a suicide car bomb. The Sunni jihadist group Islamic State said it carried out the attack. In a similar development, the Islamic State, ISIS, has claimed responsibility for the New Year attack on a Turkish nightclub that killed 39 people. That's Global Tidbit. Gabriel Udu, NTA News.
And sports now, Nigerian sports administrators plot landmark achievements in 2017 as tennis stars intensify preparations for the new season. Kene Imagwadike is our guide on Sports Update.
Sports administrators in the country have vowed to leave no stone unturned in their bid to ensure that the nation